Just want to make sure now that my volume does not echo behind, since the phone is as well on YouTube. Yes, we are on. Oh, oh wow. Dr. D, every day you make it special. That is beautiful. All right, all right. Hello, hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, I need to know that we are in and we are ready to go. It's the top of the hour. Thank you, everyone, for coming in.
Yes, Kanla, we are in and we are ready to go.
Awesome. All right.
I don't know, Zoom is not allowing me this day to take the mic off. That's why all this week. So please just be mindful. I try to take the mic off, and when I say I don't want to allow, it doesn't let me. So be mindful. Just check. Please mute yourself. Should everybody all mute themselves, please, and only unmute only unmute yourself when you have to talk. So I know we're already live on YouTube. We already got the countdown video. You saw me dancing. I love those countdown. And as you said, Dr. D makes it special. Please just see that countdown. Go to YouTube. You enjoy it. I know I'm there being foolish now. But before we start, oh my goodness. We have a sister blessed with a voice, an angelic voice. Yes, it could be victory. Last time we defined victory, win. These words mean the same. They're synonyms. So that's why we keep playing in it to win it. Because when you're in something, you're believing that you're going to win. So, and Dr. Diaz at least made it special for Dream Team. So I'm going to start with the voice. And we're going to hear her today. We've misstepped her, sorry. Dream Team have their own vocabulary and English language, okay? So don't say patience, there's not a word called misstep. This is Dream Team. We misstepped her, and we misstepped Queen Kanla, we misstepped everybody. But thank God, Queen Yvonne was here, Queen Nadu was here last week, and all of them. And I see our brother Alan G is in the house today. My brother, we misstepped you too. So anyway, without wasting your time, I'll share my screen and I play our signature tune, In It to Win It. It's taking time to share. Okay, let's go. Let me know if you can hear it.
We are here, shining bright into the future. closing doors, please.
Yes. Stand clear of the closing door. What does that really mean? It means when you're in something, commit, get in before the chain lifts you. But we're not going to emphasize. But you can see all the webinars, the different topics. We've done topics from anything to anything, a complete suite, emotionally, physically, financially. Physically means health. We've talked about health here, and we're still doing that. We've done everything. And spiritually, because the word, we tend to link it. We're not like preaching here, but we go back to the old book, which is the gold standard. We've done everything. And today we're going again to do some financial kitchen talk. But before we go to that, I want to say thank you to Queen Yvonne for filling the shoe. But our queen that had her voice, I don't have to introduce her. I just call her the woman with the voice. She's in the house today, and she's going to give us the word. So let's all put our hands together and welcome my sister, Queen Sister Lerato Shadare.
Yes, I'm just glad to be here. I'm the one that should be like, yes, I'm here. Because, I always say being with family is so fulfilling. It's so, we sharpen one another. When I leave these meetings, for me, I just leave so full. So I'm just grateful. All I have is gratitude and appreciation for everyone here. I'm so glad to be here. So, for the weeks that I've been missing, it's been really hard because, reconnecting just reminds us why we're here, and being with the people with the like minds, people who refuse to give up, people who are very, very intentional about their success and about, fulfilling their destiny. It's refreshing. It's really, really good to be among the people that have the same mindset, the same heart, the same thought, wave of thought, because there's no way that we can be together and not water each other and not fill in, just put and pour into each other. So our meeting is never, never, ever, ever without benefits. Right. So, and yeah, I'm so happy to be here. It's been really, really hectic. Like I told Dr. Patience knows what I'm doing right now. This is the busiest time of the year for me with everything that I'm doing, the projects and different things that I'm doing. It's the busiest time. Company celebrations, us going somewhere, all these galas and corporate gigs. It's really, really, really busy. But I try by all means that even when I travel, try to catch up on Sunday, but sometimes I miss it because, I'm not in control of the transportation system. Sometimes you will find that you're on time, but the train is not on time, or whichever way we choose to travel. Sometimes it's just, yeah, it's it's not happening. Last week I got home. I would have joined, but by the time I got home, because I was stuck in traffic for so long, I was just done. I was like, no, I'm just gonna go and sleep because, oh my God, it was hard. But I'm really, 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 really happy to be here. And on that note, I just wanted to come today and I don't have much to say apart from the fact that I just want to remind us of our just to reaffirm and realign our beliefs. All right, it's always good to step back and see what we have been believing for this year, what we've been talking to each other about, and whether we are still in agreement, or we just speak on Sunday and then, or whenever we meet here, and then the rest of the time we forget and we just fall back to our old patterns. And yeah, right. So it's just for us to start reaffirming. I thought I should just go back and reaffirm and remind us why we're here. And the main thing that hold on, the main thing for me is to just remind us that everything that we're looking for is also looking for us. There's nothing that is on this planet that is out of reach. If it's here, it means then it's available to us. But now we have to be in the same frequency of all these things that we want, and to be in alignment with them. It's like almost tuning the radio to the right frequency. And remember the last time I said that we are vibrational beings. As much as we want to believe that we're just these physical bodies, I'm sorry to tell you, we are spiritual beings. We are connected to everything that there is on this planet. For us believers, we know that we are not alone. There's so much happening in the spirit that is more than the physical. So we all know that, and everything is vibrational. And so for us to be in alignment, we have to tune into the right frequencies, right? And I just want us to remind us that we have to tune into the right frequency, not only when we are here on Sunday, but every day we have to choose to be there and to be intentionally there. And this frequency, the other frequency, I mean, the most important frequency we've been talking about is success and prosperity and favor and all these things that agree with good. And we have to do that. We have to be intentional about agreeing with good, even if it doesn't look like our good is manifesting. We have to agree with it. It doesn't matter what is surrounding us, what everything looks like. We just have to be in an alignment and know that by us constantly being in that frequency, that, I mean, it has no choice but to manifest and to become part of whom we are, right? So we just have to tune into that. And there is a lot to prosperity, and that law is very faithful, right? There is a lot of prosperity. It is exact and it has no favorites, right? And it reminds me of the scripture that I just quoted here when I said that the law is very specific and it has no favorite. It talks about the good that is on this planet that God gave us, right? Hello, Dr. Benny. I forgot to say I thank God for this Sunday and I thank God for being here and I give him all the glory for being here. Seeing your face, I'm like, yeah, I should have opened with that, but hi, sis. anyway, so there's a phrase that says that God makes his sun rise on evil and also on good, and he sends rain to the righteous and the unrighteous, right? So it says that everything that we need is here, and there's no favorites because everything is given. So it depends on how now we access that and we tap into that. And for us to tap into that is to agree with God and to be on our faith frequency. We have to be on that frequency of faith without relenting. We have to believe. We cannot believe 1 minute and the next minute we're doubting, right? We have to erase all programs of limitation. Those programs of limitation are together with fear, are together with doubt, all those things that 1 minute will be believing, you know what, I can do this. And 2 seconds later, you're like, oh, I don't know. One moment we're thinking, you know what, prosperity is mine because there's no way I can fail because God doesn't fail and God lives in me and I'm living in this abundant universe. How can I be in lack? If God is abundant, how am I now in lack? It's now the matter of you tuning yourself into that and constantly being on that vibration and being there in the frequency of faith and not doubting. That's one thing. You cannot be in discord. 1 minute you believe, the next second you're doubting, you're falling apart. No, we have to really, really build our muscles to stay on that frequency of faith and of wonder. Because I said the last time that when we are in that frequency, that it's a realm of possibility and miracles, and we have to stay there, right? We have to stay there, right? So so we have to know that everything that is here, it means it's accessible, but we just have to tune into it. So my question today and my challenge today is for us to now access, look back to the whole year. What have we been believing the whole year? What is it? What is our mindset for the whole year? I know a lot of things happened this year. A lot of things are happening even now. We are almost going to the end of the year, but I need to add to just ask you, like, when we look back, what have we been believing the whole year from month to month? I know that a lot of things happened, guys. I know challenges, celebrations, victories, different things happen. But what is constant? What was constant? Was our faith constant? Was there a moment when we started doubting, like, what is it? What was our faith constant? Were we constantly on that vibration and agreeing with God, no matter what is happening around us, and what is manifesting? Did we stay there? Right. So this is where I am. I just want us to remind us that we have to, all these things that we've been talking about, peace, love, it's on a certain vibration, and we have to tune ourselves to that vibration, and eventually it will surely start being whom we are. There's no way that you can be not be successful, because God is success, God is love, God is mighty, God is all these beautiful things. So there's no way that we can now be something else. A lion doesn't give birth to a goat. There's no way. There's no way, right? A lion doesn't give birth to a goat. So if we are in that frequency and we agree with good and we agree with God, there's goodness then has to flow in our lives. It has to chase us. It has to go before us, and that is the promise, right? And that is the law that I'm talking about. That is exact. God doesn't get double guess himself. This law that it governs the universe, it doesn't, it's not like playing Russian roulette. It's exact. It's like the law of gravity. There are laws that govern things that we see and things that we don't see, and those laws are very precise, and they're really, 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 they don't weave. They're not wavering. They're just very exact. So we just have to make sure that we are now following that, and we are agreeing with these laws, and we're doing everything in our spirit, in our minds, in our whole being to agree and to adhere and to agree with these laws, right? So as we look back, what is it? What has been being very loud in our lives this year? Was it fear or was it faith? What was the voice? What was the loudest? That was the loudest in our lives in this year. When we assess and we look back and we look at everything that happened, you have to question yourselves, like, what was the loudest voice? Was it the voice of faith or was it the voice of fear? Right? And then now we have to say, okay, fine, if whichever one was, I mean, if we're honest with ourselves, whichever one was prevalent, if the other one was like 40% and the other one was 60%, how do we now, it- align completely, with the law of prosperity and fulfillment and faith? Right? So it's our personal homework. I'm doing the same. I'm reevaluating the whole year, and I'm asking myself, what was the voice that was the loudest in my life this year? Was it the voice of faith or fear? Right? So when we do that and we give ourselves an evaluation, we will surely everything that we're believing for, and if we agree with God, it will manifest. It has no other choice. Right? So everything that we believe, we said we are vibrational beings. Our thoughts, our minds, everything has to be in alignment and in agreement to prosperity. And prosperity is not only one way. Prosperity and wealth is not only just one way. Prosperity comes in our lives in many forms. Even success, even how do I say, wealth? It comes in our lives in different forms. We might not. Some people would think when you say wealth, like I said, we've been talking about this for a long time. When you say wealth, you say money, but wealth is not only money. Wealth is peace. Wealth is joy. Finding that joy. For some people, wealth is just being able to sleep peacefully without, waking up and breaking their sleep. There are some people who don't sleep and they need rest. Their wealth of just, things that we take for granted, and we think that because we are just cruising in them. For some people, all these things come hard. For some people, to just be in peace, in perfect peace, and being okay, it's wow. Right? So when we have these things, sometimes we forget that they're blessings, and we forget that they're part of wealth, the wealth that we have, because wealth means wholeness. Every area of our lives is prosperous, and it's booming. That's what wealth is. So all this wealth, everything else that happened this year, we just look back and say, okay, fine, where the new year is coming, there's another wave of glory that is waiting for us. And like we agree here all the time that we have a purpose, we have so many things to fulfill. We still have so much to achieve. We still have so much to give. As long as there's life in us, we have so much to give. So, and I know all of us are here. The reason why we're here is because we are all about prospering. We're all about being in wealth, because we know that that wealth that comes through us and flows through us is to bless other people, is to enrich areas and places where we are, is to enrich our lives and everything around us. Right? I understand, my brother. Oh, my brother, somebody spoke about loss. I don't know. I couldn't read the whole message. Can you read it to me, Dr. Patience? There's somebody who spoke about loss here, and it's
I'm
very.
looking after the chat, so I'll just read it.
Yeah, tell me, sis.
I was alerting sister. It's nothing to do with. I don't think it's something that you should be addressing. But anyways,
Okay.
it says I don't need encouragement. This is a sarcastic thing to a lost resources. This is someone who's come with their own agenda, and They say, I need to know the real
I'm going to
situation.
address it because I was even going to talk about loss to say for us here, we know that nothing is really lost, right?
Right.
We know that
Yes.
everything will return to us in a better form. It returns to us.
Yes.
Nothing is really lost for us. And
Okay.
because
Thank you.
we operate, thank you, sis. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah.
And because we operate in faith and we believe so much in the law of prosperity, we know that nothing is really lost. It might look like it's something that is lost or we're losing, but nothing is really lost. It comes back to us in a better form. And because
Mm-hmm.
we are in that vibration and we in that realm, we know
Yes.
that everything comes back to us, right? Even things that we think we missed, we don't miss them. They come back to us in divine order, and they come back to us in better, right?
Yes.
So there's
Yes.
no real loss. There's no real loss, guys. If you understand how life and the spirit works, you will understand that there's no real loss. Everything comes back. There's a full cycle, right? And there's the law of restoration. That law is very powerful as well, but you have to be in the same frequency. So we get you, my brother or sister that said that. I totally understand that you don't need encouragement, but
Mm-hmm.
for those who have an ear, they will hear. And those that this message aligns with, they will align with it, and they will know exactly what is meant by this message. So I'm glad that we're here, guys. So let's just look back and try to evaluate and ask ourselves if we're still operating in the law of faith, or if we're still agreeing with prosperity, if we're still agreeing with these things, and if we're still in alignment. And if we're not in alignment, there's always a chance every day to start afresh and to change the trajectory of the, or change the navi, right?
Yes.
If you miss your road, the navigation, if you set it to prosperity and you say this is where I'm going, even if you deviate, the navi will always pull you back to the road that you were intended to go to. It will
Right.
always tell you, make a U-turn, make a U-turn. You still have a chance to make a U-turn, to correct your course, and finally reach your destination. For
Mm.
some of us, that destination is just easy. We go bam from here to there. We don't make any, U-turns. We don't make any, we don't deviate to go somewhere. We get there from the, for some people, it takes longer. The
Mm-hmm.
Navi has to yell at them 10 times. We said U-turn. Come on, just turn. Because what you want and where you're going is not in agreement. You said you want to go west. Why are you going north? Turn around. So we still have that. We still have an opportunity to start and
Yes.
follow the course of prosperity and for wealth and for everything, and agreeing with good. Every day when we wake up is a new opportunity to do that, to love well, to change the course and make a change, right? So we can make a change. So it's just about you. What do you want? Are you ready for that? Because all of it is available.
Right.
Second chances are there. When you wake up, it's a second chance. When you wake up, it's a second chance. It's another day to say, okay, fine. How do I turn things around? How do I make a different choice? How do I agree with good? How do I align? And yeah, so and then we have a chance to now it's change the direction. So that's it, guys. Today I just wanted to talk about that, to say when we look back, there's really nothing lost, guys. There's nothing that gets lost in when you're a spiritual person, you know that nothing really gets lost. It might be a period of, maybe there's a delay, or but that delay is also not meant for you to how okay that delay doesn't it's that is not meant for you to fall apart and think there's a reason for it. Maybe it's a reason for you to be in alignment spiritually. There's so many things that, all these things in our lives, things that we think are obstacles, they're meant for to help us. When we go through that obstacle, when we look back, we'll realize, okay, I actually needed that time to breathe because I was not ready for what is ahead. I was not ready for this, or I was not equipped enough. I needed this knowledge, I needed this wisdom before I could reach to that place that I call there. So it's not really a break. It's not like something that was put in breaks. I needed to retank, or I needed strength, or whatever that you needed, that you think it might be delay. It might be a station that you need to pass before you get to your destination. So we all know this, guys, because we've been talking about this for a long time. So I just want us to just take that moment for yourself and think about the year, and think about what was your faith level. How have you been agreeing with good? First of all, have you been constant and consistent in your belief system? Have you been believing right, or were you just swimming in and out of faith and doubt, in faith doubt, faith doubt, faith doubt? Right? How can we just walk together if we're not in agreement? How can two walk together if they're not in agreement? So if you don't agree with good, we cannot now reap the fruits of good, guys. We have to plant the right seeds. We don't plant apples and pears on the same soil, on the same hole, and and think that, you know, we can't do that. You have to plant the seed that you want and water it and let see it grow, and then you can eat the fruits, right? The seed starts first. So that seed of faith and being in constant faith and watering it will yield the results that you're looking for. And everything will manifest for us. That wealth, that abundance has no choice but to be a part of who we are and be who we are, because we have to become that. Our mind, our spirit, and everything is in agreement with that. So there's no other choice. How? Like I said, lion doesn't give a birth to a goat. There's no way. You cannot have faith and get something else that is opposed to your faith, right? It has to manifest. It has to manifest. So one last word about that faith is like when you say to this mountain, be thou removed, and you believe, all things are possible, guys. All things, not some things. All things are possible. That is the word. It is exact. It's not just you know, a euphemism, or it's exact. That word is exactly what it is. So when we believe right and we agree with good, good has to manifest. Nothing else. Nothing. There's nothing else to manifest but that good that we believe, right? So that's it. So let's evaluate our lives. This the whole time that I'm here, I'm gonna, because we're going towards the end of the year, I'm gonna be reminding you, I'm gonna be convicting you, I'm gonna be asking you, what have you been believing about yourself, about everything? What have you been believing? Are you dabbling in faith and then doubt and all that? What are we doing? Right? So we have to believe right, guys, so that we can reach that place that we call there. Thank you so much. I love you so much. In case somebody didn't tell you, just know that I love you. Thank you.
Didn't we miss that? If nobody told you I love you, just know that I love you. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much.
True talk. Life is so spiritual. And I don't want to dwell into that a lot, but no, in life, I don't know. Life is, if you really understand that life is spiritual, it is funny how you meet somebody that will change your destiny. Your destiny is already there. God created us, sent us with our destiny, right? But sometimes we're going the wrong path. And this person will just help you nudge you towards your destiny.
Yeah.
It's God that will put people in your path.
Yes.
Okay. I see somebody is citing, Chidema is citing, I don't know if she's left or what, or is he he? The names, I don't know, he or left, but I'm not going to dwell on that. Why are we here? That's what she's trying to ask.
Yes.
I come here every Sunday because I get blessed.
Amen.
I get blessed. I get blessed with knowledge that can impact me in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I get blessed with a mindset that will make me stronger. That will improve my self-esteem. That will make me know that there's nothing impossible for me to do. That's a blessing. And if I take that and apply it, and it betters my life, then we get something. I think that's what I just want to say. When my sister said, all is not lost, sometimes you might go to get something and you get something else which is bigger than what you wanted to get. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to elaborate on that. That's what I'm trying to say. You might get something that is bigger than what you were going for, because life is spiritual. God knows best, because if you're truly and believe, as most of us here believe, that what God has for us, destined for us, nobody born of a human being can take it. Nobody. It might look like it is taken, but trust me, our God of restoration will restore it. However he does it, he is going to do it. And
Yes.
this platform reminds me of that. That's why I'm here.
Amen.
I don't know why you were here. I don't know why you came, Chidema. That's why I come here.
Yeah.
That alone is a blessing.
Yes.
And I'm going to learn today financial resources. I'm going to pause on King Benny to introduce our next speaker soon. Maybe I don't even know how to handle my little finances that God has given me. Maybe I'm not a good steward. But these lessons, that's a blessing. Maybe through all this financial talk, through all this holistic, when I say holistic, we're doing body, soul, and spirit.
Yes.
Maybe I'm already rich, but I don't know because I don't know how to even handle this, be good steward of what God has given me. That is a blessing coming here, people. Let's
Amen.
think
Amen,
outside
sister.
of the box.
Yes.
Apply some of this knowledge. Maybe that's all we need.
That's right.
I don't know. I'm not,
That's right.
Amen
but
to that.
I believe that we're
Amen.
not wasting our time here. That's why I come here.
Sister Patience, may I just say something?
Yes, please.
You know,
Lady.
Queen Sister Lerato has just made a point of telling us that the wealth of blessing comes in many forms because
Yes.
our God is a God of abundance. He's large. Don't look for just one thing. He's not just one thing. He can bless us as individually as we are, 8 billion of us on this planet. And he can bless us in any way that we're to be blessed. So let us not focus on one closed door or whatever.
Exactly.
That is what she just spent that whole 25 minutes saying.
That is exactly what I'm saying, Queen Sister Yvonne. You've just summed it up nicely.
Yes.
And I don't want to be so cliche about it. I know our initial reason of coming, and God bless us to form a family. And people have been blessed one way or the other through this connection. I'll leave it at that. And Queen Dr. Benny, if you can introduce our next speaker, let's not be discouraged. The blessings. And I think either Sister Yvonne or Sister Lerato on this platform has told us that if we look at the good books, yes, there's a God of the 11th hour, don't get me wrong. There's God of instant miracle, don't get me wrong. But typically, our God does it through a process. You know why? Because he doesn't want us to say, I did it. Whenever he sends his children out, it took a process because he wanted to know that I am the one that is doing it, not you. Because we are greedy human beings. If it comes sometime too instant, we say, oh, I did it. Oh, it's my brain. I try to remind myself, not all the time, and we're all sinners, and remind my children that if you have an A, you did not do it. God did it for you.
Amen.
Yes, you went and wrote the exam. Yes, you study. Okay? I try to remind myself that. I am not saying that I'm perfect. We're all sinners. That's why he sent his son to come for our sake. But if we remind ourselves, anything that we do in life, if you drive from point A to point B, say, God took me there. Once we can remind ourselves that it's not us, it will be better for us. That's why everything that the children of Israel got, the children of God got, it had to be a process. Because if not, they'll say, I did it.
Yes.
And they'll be very arrogant about it and nonchalant about it. God wants to make us know that he is the one doing it. Even us sitting today, breathing this oxygen, he is the one that gave us permission to get up today. If you actually have a good night's sleep, do you know what happened?
Yes.
Basically, there's a period in your life that you sleep and you don't know what is going on. You don't have any control, but you get up in the morning because God wants to tell you that, my dear people, I am in charge. So let's just calm down and keep trusting. Over to you, Queen Benny. I don't want to make this a sermon, but thank you, my sister Lerato. That is a beautiful, beautiful mindset. If you don't take anything as the year is coming, let me just say one thing. This is a period that a lot of people lost hope. And because we have done that to ourselves. Oh, I don't have this type of shoes. Oh, I don't have this type of car. Oh, give me this gift. Oh, craziness. Between now and the end of the year is craziness. Okay? I thank God I don't do Christmas shopping. Let me just put it out there. If I want to come in school, fine. I train my kids right from the beginning. There's no Santa. Mommy and daddy has to do it through God's blessings. Please, let's have that spirit of contentment. A lot of people pray for them. I'm urging all of us now, for the three of us, before we go to the presentation. If anything you can do, pray for your fellow brothers and sisters for the spirit of contentment during this period. Reach out to people that are lonely so that God is with you and I'm here. Please, that's all we should do and start worrying about anything else. Over to you, Queen Benny.
Greetings. Happy Sunday.
we have to be happy, right? Before I introduce my queen, I just want to take this moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this afternoon, evening, or morning. It all depends upon your location. There is no one like our Heavenly Father. The air that you breathe, are you guys paying for it? No, you're not. But there are a lot of people in the hospital and they are paying for this air. So we need to take every moment and thank Him when you wake up in the morning, when you're stepping out of the house, when you're eating. You thank God for the food, right? Well, anyway, before I also introduce my queen, I want to say, Queen Lerato, thank you so much for this amazing mindset. I appreciate you. I love you. Without our God, we are nothing. Thank you so much for this mindset. All right. Do you guys know the person who is going to be presenting? She has been in this community for quite some time. She is dedicated within this platform as well as our amazing company. I don't know how I can talk about this woman, my sister and my queen. You guys know that she works at the human resource, right? That is why the topic is about what? Finance. My goodness, dollars, dollars, dollars. She want to tell us about dollars. And are you guys ready to listen to our queen? Queen Kanla. Please proceed. I love you.
Oh my gosh. Was that really me? Are you sure I'm going to be able to meet up with that expectation of a presentation? Wonderful. Oh my goodness. My queen sister, Queen Benny.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was lovely. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for everything. And your joy and your smile and your love is infectious. We appreciate you and we love you too. I love you too. Thank you, sis.
Thank you, sis.
Wow. I can see the excitement already from everyone. Queen Lerato, what a wonderful, inspiring presentation. I mean, what else can I add to what Dr. Pat has said and Dr. Benny and all the comments, Queen Yvonne, everyone has nailed it. It was just so relatable. As you were talking, I wrote down a few points and I am going to see how I can be able to use that with our topic of presentation today. Because we are going to be having a kitchen table conversation. This is going to be a format where we take it to our kitchen table. Like we talk, like family, father, mother, children, sisters, brothers. You share your experiences, your financial experiences. And you hear from your brother, your sister, or you listen from your parents. What has been that for you in your life? And do you think what you know is good enough, or are you open to the opinion that there is still a lot more that you can learn out there? Like our sister said, we have been here on this platform, and on every given Sunday, there is always something that is beneficial to us because we learn, we meet new people, new information, and that is what we take from here. So nothing is truly lost. Our queen just told us it may take a long while, it may be a long journey, but nothing is truly lost. But the question is, in the present, what is going on? Are you taking the moment to learn? Are you taking the moment to prepare yourself? When that love, when that blessings, when that prosperity comes your way. And that is no exception to our financial education. Yes, DrJohn Ajongwen has been a wonderful mentor, a wonderful a king and brother who has been presenting to us here. And so I am just joining this also. And I think, let me not leave out Queen Aisha. She has also presented in the past on this platform on finances. So yes, I am just coming in so that we continue educating ourselves. And so that is what we are going to be talking today, but we want to bring it to our kitchen tables. We make it about us, our experiences. And so permit me at this time to present my, to put on my slideshows. And Queen Benny, please let me know when you see it come on screen, so we can begin and we can go right straight into it. And please be ready. It's going to be a conversation, it's going to be a dialogue. So walk with me on this. Okay. Let's do our slideshow. Okay. All right, it's coming up, Dr. Benny, just
Bit by bit.
mm-hmm.
I think you just have to put it in slideshow. Queen Kanla, switch your screen back to where you was.
All right, what do you see now?
I
Fine,
see.
slideshow perfect.
All right, awesome.
Dr. B, I'm not seeing it.
No, I see.
Okay.
Kitchen table financial chart.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. So before we begin, I would like to share this disclaimer that this is only for informational purposes. The content, what we are going to discuss here today, whether it's the material, whether it's reports or data that you will see as we continue with this series, the information will only be for educational purposes only. It is not going to be any legal advice or tax investment, but if you need any of that, then the recommendation is that please consult a financial advisor, someone who is qualified, someone who is licensed to do that. And also, and if we get to that point, then we have people that we can redirect as resources. So, but as we move forward, this is just for the educational purposes, and we will be ready to answer your questions that you may have. All right. And the goal, again, is that at the end, we hope that this information will be something that will help you reflect, take actions on some of the aspects of your financial information or your financial educational life that you may not be aware or that you may need to do better in those aspects. So thank you for that. Our topic, kitchen table financial charts. Yes. What better way for us to begin our chart by us, first of all, just thinking for a minute. When you talk about financial information, what comes to your mind? What you know, the information that is out there. But then how do you know which information will be the reliable, trustworthy, legal, or informal that you may want to reach out to consult with, the people you want to reach out who are licensed who will be the advisors or the advisors. Those are some of the brainstorming that goes through your mind. How do you get this information? So what you have on the screen are just a couple, but these are some of the information sources where you can go and read about financial information. Whether you're talking of a lifetime income, whether you're talking of protecting your income, whether you're talking of long-term care, whether you're talking of life insurance, whether you're talking of estate planning, whether you're talking of college funding and planning, whether you're talking of business and opportunities. I mean, any information that you may know or that you need, visit one of these sites to do your research and to learn more information about them. Now, you realize that here are just some examples from the government sources. You know some, you may not know some. So for those that may not know, this is an opportunity for information sharing where you can go back and then you have a look at them. And I know many of us are familiar with the mymoney.gov or the FDIC, which is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. And then that is the abbreviation, and or you have the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So each of these will give you the different types of information or the different sectors within the information that you may need to read up upon. And so I will urge that you go back and you find time and you research and you find out where, and depending on your needs analysis, your financial needs analysis for the information that you want to get. Now, this does not mean we are leaving out private or non-governmental organizations. There are some, there are others that are out there, but this list is not just conclusive of everything. So you may find others out there. Now, the next slide is just to give you more information on, you have other informal information sources where we get our financial information. I know some of you are already smiling and laughing, say, ho, ho. Yeah, but we do that on a daily basis, right? How many times do you seek for financial advice or financial guidance from a family or a relative? And if you are not aware, yes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not here to tell you that it doesn't work, because sometimes it helps. But again, when it comes to your decision making, I leave that to you to make the best judgment and make sure you do what is right for you based off of your needs, and go with caution. Friends and community members. How many times, I'm sure some of us eventually will share with us, friends or community members that you've gone to them to seek for information. Now, the question you should be asking is, are they licensed? Have they been trained? Are they certified? Are they in the industry to be able to provide you with that information? Or even when you look at themselves and what is going on around them, the person giving you the advice, do they look like they are implementing the advice that they are giving you, especially when it comes to your finances? Or you visit blogs and personal websites. All of these are the different options, the different choices that we all have. You go to your fellow student, if you're a student, or your peer, and you ask for advice. Or sometimes you seek for lending, to lend money from local money lenders. We know all of this. There are so many, hundreds of them out there into the community. And we use them as our sources of information. And these are just some of the informal information sources that we use to seek for financial advice. And I think the most interesting one I realized is with the coming of the AI technology, ChatGPT. Oh my God, you will be amazed at how much time and how much dependent that so many people are now going to ChatGPT and other AI technologies to use them as a source of financial advice. They use it as a friend, a mentor, or you task ChatGPT to do some of the things that in the traditional financial industry, you would require to book an appointment with a qualified financial advisor and go for an appointment and sit down and work one-on-one based on your needs analysis. And so again, the caution here is, yes, these resources are out there. Use them, but be cautious. You have to be conscious of the fact that you need to exercise that caution that you may not be in a place where it is guided by regulations, state or federal. The information that may be provided to you may be inaccurate. It may be biased. And one of the most important thing is accountability. If you are misled, if the information you get is not the correct information, when it is time for you to seek accountability, who do you meet? Then it becomes an issue. Now, as we will continue on this series, Dr. John and I will go deep into all the different aspects of financial literacy and to be able to share more information with you. And hopefully you will be able to get more in-depth understanding, knowledge that will benefit you to be informed and as well as make informed decisions. So, and how are we going to be addressing this? One form is we are going to be using the 5Ws framework. Again, that is what brings it to the kitchen table conversation. Because when we sit in our homes, we are relaxed. Life's daily challenges are happening, and we need to take some of these decisions. Do you sit for a minute and you try to reflect on some of these decisions that we make? Because our lives revolves or is surrounded by these decisions that we make, and sometimes we tend to forget that directly or indirectly, our financial knowledge plays a very big role. Who you talk with, what is it that you're seeking for, where, when, and why? All of these are always very important, but how much or how often do we apply this framework when we discuss our financial needs in a home, as a family, as couples, with your children, with your siblings? I have added a few examples at the bottom for us to use. And we are just going to, I'm going to talk on a couple, and then I am going to open up the rest of the time because I really want to hear from you. What have been some of your experiences with your children, with your siblings, using this framework? And so you can be able to see where you've done well and where you need to do better. Let's take, for example, you want to purchase a car. Do you sit and ask, who is the car for? Who will be driving the car? Is it only the parent? Is it only the mother? Or is it only for your children, your adult children? And you're actually having that down. Everyone is involved around your kitchen table, because you want to make it as clear as possible, and so that everyone has the understanding and at the same level of understanding. What they purchase, what type of car, how reliable will it be? What is the goal of buying the car that you want to choose? And where would you want this conversation to take place? I know sometimes there are some conversations that take place in the bedroom only between parents or couple. There are some that takes place on the kitchen table. Which one works best for you based off of whether it's buying a house, buying a car, you're talking about college tuition, vacation, or you're teaching your children how to use their credit cards, or you're talking about the needs versus wants, or you're talking about long-term planning, your financial goals. Where will be that warm, welcoming environment where everybody will feel at ease and be engaging and have that understanding that this is also important? We come from a culture where finances is not something that you discuss. You don't even know. You never knew where your parents or one of your parents work. You just knew if, for example, if I know that I have my aunts and my uncles that are teachers. That's all I know. You ask me anything about finances, where they work, what they do, as a young child, I did not know any of this information. But then the question is, why should I be interested? How does it impact me? But within the household, we all lived together. We shared things like in the house when it comes to going food, household utilities. Everyone needs to participate. So where does your role come? How can you be a team player? And how do you express your understanding and you start teaching your children from when they are young about these financial concepts before they become an adult, and be ready? Oh yes, because out there, if you are not taught from in-house, you will learn some of these lessons, and sometimes, unfortunately, you learn it the hard way. Not everything is taught even within the walls of the classroom. Then when you come to why do you want to buy the car? Do you take a look at, okay, when you purchase the car, will you be able to maintain it? The repairs, you have put into consideration all of that. The affordability, who will pay for it? Again, each of these aspects also plays a very important role. And sometimes you and I just don't know because we were not exposed to it. Let's take, for example, like we are talking about education, college tuition, or even at work, when you go and you're provided information about your 401k or your pension plan. All you know is who your employer, what. You just go based off of what you are told. You don't ask questions. Nobody is there to give you the answers. When you go by what you're told, why? You don't have sufficient answers to that question. But then when you come back, do you know where you can go further to find these resources that can be able to answer some of the questions, so you become informed as you make your decisions moving forward? How do we teach our children to use money when we give them money, when we're training them to use money? Do you just give them their allowance, and when they come back and say they've used it, and you just go ahead and give them the next time without finding out what did they use it for? What was the expense? Do they need it? Or is it a need or a want? Do they understand what the lessons you're trying to instill in them? Whether it's pocket allowance or whether it's credit card, or we call it, I use pocket allowance, but it's what we call your monthly a pocket income. Pocket allowance is how we call it back from where I grew up as a young girl back in Africa. We call it pocket allowance. Do you make them feel like they can just go and use the money and come back without having an understanding? Or the goal is for you to start teaching them at that moment? I'm sure each of us will have real life experiences that you are going to share with us, so you can be able to learn from each other's experiences when it comes to applying this framework to have a better understanding of how you can get out there, get financial information, or reach out to certified financial advisors for your information, and be able to do that based off of your needs and your wants. And so for this first session of our presentation, I think we will spend the rest of the training now in a dialogue. And please feel free to raise your hand, share with us, or if you're not able to raise your hand, enter your experience in the chat, and let us now get into the conversational part of this presentation. And then we will come back and be able to round up, and then we will go deeper for part 2. All right. Can we open the forum to our conversation and dialogue?
Yes, Queen Kanla.
Yes.
Let me jump in there. Thank you for stepping in to actually bring this up. And I was so impressed when you came up with this idea of this kitchen table talk. And for everybody else here, when we're brainstorming and Queen Kanla came up with this topic, the first comment that came out was the fact that our educational system, or wherever you are, is not set up to teach us finances. And so we just wing it along. We make a lot of decisions on emotions. And then when our kids go out there, because nobody has taught them, you saw some of the sources that Queen Kanla did put up. The one that I think she missed completely, which I think it was the first on my list, was, where do you get your financial information? And I put TikTok and Instagram.
That is right. Yeah.
Because my kids, when I talk to
them, social media, yes.
Right. When I talk to my kids about finance, they tell me, you don't know it because it was not on TikTok. And so we're hoping that through this core learning process where we would kind of interact, we are going to really, we've been doing things like either by chance or a few of you may have done it successfully. So when Queen Kanla thought about pushing us to think about a framework, it's not saying that when you want to go, do anything, you have to sit down, but just having an idea in your mind. I think many of us use this who, when, what, and then do it in 5 seconds and the decision is made. We probably don't involve the right people, but if you think about it, a lot of us men will buy our gadgets because it's either midlife crisis or whatever, you just go buy and then you're stuck with it. And so the purpose of this is to see how we had made some, again, small financial decisions may not be as impactful as the large ones, but if we do them and we consciously start to involve them. Why the kitchen tabletop is because even when we're growing up, none of us really learns a lot about, etiquette on a dining table in the classroom. If anything, you go to a school cafeteria, that's the most rowdy place that you cannot learn about etiquettes. And so when you come and people are sitting on the dining table, you say the parent will tell the kids, don't talk with food in your mouth. Don't do. Those are like those life lessons that our children or us will learn while we're growing up. Or even if you're in the kitchen, you see how mommy or daddy, they're doing some cooking. You learn some of those recipes by observing. And so if we consciously incorporate our financial discussions as part of our kitchen top discussions, then we would stand a bit of a chance of, let me say, rescuing the future generations from all the fluff that is out there, and hopefully we'll be able to provide them with a better foundation to make the right financial decisions for themselves. So that is really the angle of which when we talk, and Queen Kanla said she was gonna start this and bring it up, and so I think I'm so glad that you stepped up here, and I'll be very interested to hear how other people have been making their financial decisions, whether it's just mommy who makes it and then announces it, or daddy just drives home and said, I already bought it, so sorry for it, you can't make any decision. Or if you're like my kids, they think that the ATM machine is all you just need is to be able to have a PIN number and you can get unlimited amount of money from there. So I'm gonna stop, and as you say, let's talk as a family on our virtual dining tables here.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. John. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. You nailed it. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness. How could I have left out social media? I would have thought, I would have really sworn that I had it in there, but thank you for catching that. Very, very important, especially for the young and the children, because hey, the phone is everything now. And to be honest, all across social media, TikTok, Instagram. Now it's like every young person has become a financial advisor.
Absolutely.
And again, the question is, we want to take that with a pinch of salt, because you need to be cautious. We are not also saying that there are legal organizations that or companies that also have their TikTok or their Instagram or their Facebook or their YouTube pages. Yes, those ones are there, but we are talking at those that out of nowhere, and they are given financial information just because they just picked up that information from there, where it's just be cautious about it. So thank you, Dr. John. Yes, over to you, Queen Yvonne.
Just before I get started on the financial part, I want to just say that the reason you could probably overlook it is because it's become so ubiquitous. It's just so everywhere you take it for granted. You just assume that that's going to be part of the narrative, right? Social media, you can't get rid of it. And as you said, it's not always the best place to get this or any other kind of information for that. But it, AI, for instance, when you search, it does tell you at the bottom, it always has that disclaimer. AI can make mistakes or whatever, right? So be aware of that. But so this topic is so wonderful and so large. It could take the rest of the year or into the new year. So thank you, Queen Kanla and Dr. John. To your point, so for instance, I'm going to take buying a car, for instance, right? And one of the instances you gave was where parents or your adults, well, I'm going to say parents in my thing, they don't tell you anything about what they're doing, So I decided to go the other way, right? When I was raising my daughter. So she's very astute and very diligent, and I thank God for that. She is a financial maven or diva or whatever. She's good. I'm proud of that. But it doesn't come easily, right? Because you have to back it up with examples. You have to be living it first.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You can't just be telling children, child, but you know what I mean? You can't just be telling young people nowadays, do this because I say so. It's not going to work anymore, right?
Yes.
So buying a car, for instance, you went through the who, what, where, and it's true. Who is this car for? Like, they have to see you saying, oh, we want to buy a car. We, the parents, the adults, but we are going to do this next year at this time because a bonus is coming, whatever, so that they don't upset the financial stability of the home. Because if the car is running and they're just buying it for aesthetics, it's time for a new car and it can actually wait, then yeah, you're going to say that, and the children can hear that. It's not a secret thing. It's not a shame. It's teachable moments that you have in your life, right?
Correct.
So you're buying it because this one has what could be, this one might be costing too much in repairs, right?
Yes.
But still, it's better than actually the outlay of the kind that you might want, right? So you're managing. And then, of course, where you're going to buy it, well, that will come with more research, right?
Yes.
What at the time you will have to find out where the best places are, and things like insurance and upkeep and maintenance and all those kinds of things. And as I said, it's going to be next year, and you're buying it because this one is still running, but at some point it's going to be defunct, right?
Right, Queen Eva.
So I'm just choosing the first one. And it's the same thing with the house. You would run through all those things. In Canada, we don't have that many hospital bills because we have the universal healthcare, right? But we will have them. And so all these things are all teachable moments, and they all can be done around the kitchen table. This is a fantastic topic, and I thank you. So I'm going to get somebody else to have another chance. I don't want to hog them all.
Oh my good. Thank you, Queen Yvonne. I mean, you nailed it. Thank you for that example. And I am sure some of us have seen scenarios where children have taken their parents to court for not buying them a car.
Yeah.
And then you begin to ask, okay, where did the training or the financial education, where did it get lost along, from you raising your children? You get to the point where you legally go to the court to sue your parents to buy you a car. Or in a case of where suing your parents to get their home from them. So these are real life scenarios or examples where the teaching moments begin from our kitchen table. By what we show them, what we tell them, how we make them understand what is fictional or imagination of what is out there versus what is real, which is what takes place when you sit on that kitchen table and you're having a conversation on that evening when mom and dad is back from work, and you have that noodle soup on the table, and that is all you can afford. And then when you see that, you experience that, I don't think the next morning you stand up and you ask your mom to go buy you a car. When you sit on that kitchen table and you understand that, okay, your mom is working 2 to 3 jobs to be able to do whatever you need to do in terms of the basic needs to run the home for everybody, then you will understand why. Maybe let's use an example of a credit card. You have a child that is in college, whether 4-year college or community college. You have them on a monthly allowance, let's say 300 or 500, and you tell them what they need to use it, the expense. Are you sure they will constantly use that money for all of the things that you have outlined for them to use? The truth or the reality will be that sometimes they will not. Sometimes they will. In a case where, okay, you say, this is for you to use for your books, let's say your school needs. And then you go, it's only 2 weeks into the start of the academic year, and they are coming back home with an empty card. They've exhausted that money already. And they're asking you to put money into the card for them to use. And then when you ask, what did you spend the money on? I went on shopping. I needed some clothes. I needed some food. I'm not saying they cannot buy this, or I'm not saying that is not relevant or that is not what they needed at that time, but you said it should strictly be for school needs, which will include books, all other accessories, maybe buying let's say electronically, all these little things that professors may ask you need to go, or you need to go for a field trip, classwork, you need to do printing here and there. But then they make the decision to go shopping with their friend. Was it wrong? They may have needed it, but was it for the right purpose? No. Should they have used it? No. But then that money is gone. So how do you come back and you try to teach them and let them know that this was meant for this? And if you needed that, you should have come back and say, I need some clothing. And then the parents will figure out, okay, you go ahead and use your card, or we will give you the money to go and do shopping for your clothing, which is separate from your school needs. So I would like to hear if any other parent or those of us who are here have had experiences with that example.
I don't see anything in the chat system. Dr. Patience has her hand up. There you go.
Yes.
No, Queen Kanla, I don't know why it's only, is it for us as well? Because that is where I fail.
Everybody.
That is where I fail all the time. That's why I say come here for reminder. And what do I mean? I leave my house. Sometimes I don't even take a shopping bag because I want to discipline myself. I say I need one item. And I say one item is what I'm going to get. By the time I come back home, I have a cart full. And I've been telling myself, trying to work on what you're saying, the discipline of managing budgeting, right?
Yes.
And this is why we need this conversation to remind ourselves. And I can tell you that I'm very proud of myself. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better because I've actually gone to the store and come back and my bill was just $20-something. I was so celebrating, but I still bought more than the one item. I am getting better. And this is really the stewardship I'm saying, that we think all is lost, but sometimes we have to come here and remind ourselves, I'm getting better, but I'm not there yet. I'm telling you, now in New Jersey, they don't give plastic bags, right? And
Yes.
I don't, at least the good thing is I don't like to waste my money to buy the bags when I know I have shopping bags at home.
Yes.
So I'm going to the store, so I'm going to get one item. I don't take a shopping bag because I don't want to be tempted. But I still see myself buying more than one item, especially us women. And this is not clothes for me, right? This is like, oh, we need this food. We need this. I think we need this butter. Oh, I think no, but that is not what I went there for. Oh, I think tomatoes, I need tomato. Maybe I need onion. I went for one thing. I'm getting better. I'm not there yet. So I just want to tell you that it's not only the children. They are worse, the teenagers. So I have to really keep telling them. But
Yes.
even us, the adult. Oh, it's on sale. My husband used to tell me that you did not save money, you spend money. There's nothing like sales. Was it free? No. So did you spend? Oh, but if I wanted to buy a full price, he said, you spend. You did not save.
Yeah.
And if we don't get out of that notion that we're saving on sales, we'll get ourselves in trouble. Anyway, Queen Kanla, this is a good discussion. I just would like to know that please don't only think that it's only for parents and children relationship. Maybe it's your own personal relationship on your with your discipline on things like this. Who, when should I really buy this thing? Why am I getting it?
Yes.
Please, let's get that discussion going. Thank you, Queen Kanla.
Oh my. Dr. P, you nailed it. No, even I too, I am still getting there. Thank you so much for saying that. No, I am not perfect either. I mean, there is this advertisement when I just came to the US, and I used to laugh at that advertisement from JCPenney, where during the holiday season, you had this beautiful blonde white lady who steps out, is going to the shop, and if things are on sale holiday season, and she goes in there to do the shopping, and before you realize it, she's coming back with about 20 bags in the hand, and she cannot even carry it. And then literally someone has to help them get into the car. She gets a taxi and she says the taxi should go and not even turn and look behind, because she's afraid that they may stop and say, oh no, those things were too cheap, you came back. But guess what, to your point, we spend money when things are on sale, because now emotions are in, excitement is in, you're looking forward to spend that money. But at the end of the day, if you would have taken that moment of self-reflection, who are you buying this for? Is it a need or a want? And what type of gift do you really want to buy? Where will be for you to go and buy it if you have decided that yes, you really need to buy this? And when is the best time for you to buy? And then obviously that why. Why are you buying it? And so you keep your budget under where you know that you can, where affordability is good for you, and accountability will be there at the end of the day. So yes, all of us are going to be in this journey I'm sure, for the rest of our life, for as long as we continue, because everything will revolve around that. So thank you, Queen Dr. Fad. Yes, I see. Is that our King LMG? Your hand is raised, please.
No, it's Queen G.
It's Queen G. All right. Sorry for that. I only know G, and it's our king. So thank you for that correction.
Did we lost her? I think we lost her. No, she's still there. Can you go on, G? You sign as G. Go in. Okay, Sister Lerato hand is in.
Yes.
Hi, sis. Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Just
hi,
so much.
sis.
Hi, sis. How are you?
Good to see you.
Thank you, sis. I mean, this is a very important topic. Like Dr. John said, is that most of us didn't grow up, with financial literacy. And I think for me, the biggest thing was emotional spending. Some people come from backgrounds where, you would be looking for something or you would want to get something when you were younger, and you wouldn't be getting those things. And then now you're an adult. You want to buy everything. You want to go back and buy everything. You want to buy things now, and you don't budget, and you're an emotional spender.
Yes.
This is what I've been teaching my children to say. Don't, you have to have a budget. You have to make sure, like I give them their money at the beginning of the week, especially the older one. I said, you have to budget to make sure that your money gets to the end of the week. If it gets finished during the week, you'll have to figure it out. I know it's tough love, but I had to teach him, especially, spending on emotions, on friends. The friends will be manipulating, oh, buy me this, because of course at the beginning of the week the money is a lot, right? But
Oh,
it's
yes.
supposed to be rationed. Yeah, it's supposed to be rationed. And then of course he'll be spending because now they're tugging on his heartstrings. And I'm saying it's good to think of your friends. It's wonderful, but there has to be a balance. Even if you want to spend, you have to have a budget. Even if you want to include your friend, if you know that every day you're supposed to spend $10, not more, make
Yes.
sure you calculate your friend within that $10. Don't spend
Right.
more than what you have. Because now at the end of the week you don't have anything, and that friend is where? Nowhere to be found, of course.
Yeah.
And now you have to you'll be here fighting for your life at the end of the week and you don't have anything. So yeah, it's tough love. So I'm trying to teach them on that, guilt shopping, or you're shopping because you feel guilty. Now you have to spend. For us, like most of us, we live in Europe. You want to go back home, you want to enjoy your holidays. Sometimes we spend that more than we should because it's that guilt thing. You're
Yeah.
spending because of guilt or whatever. But if you know how to ration your money and have some in the middle, to budget your to manage your budget, that you have a room, but you're not overspending or spending more than you should, and then now you have to pay credit card bills that you didn't plan for, and all those things come with interest. Now you're paying interest for the next 3 years. Why? Right? So
Yes.
just different things. So I just wanted to hit on that guilt shopping, letting people guilt you into spending money that you don't have, or emotional spending. This is what I've been teaching also me, myself, and my kids about, to say you have to really adhere to your budget. Yes, give yourself a working room with your budget, but don't spend the money that you don't have. That's very important. Even if it seems like you have the money, because of course at the beginning of the week you have all this money, but it's supposed to be rationed out. So if you spend more, then you're actually spending the money that you don't have. Yeah.
Correct.
So that's that. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. You nailed it, Queen Sister. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, yes. And we will have more of that conversation, and a deep dive into that, as we will handle the rest of the other topics that will come under the financial literacy framework. So yes, thank you so much for doing that. I mean, at some point in time, I'm sure everyone has done that, including myself. So thank you for checking us out on that. Appreciate it.
Before I take Queen G's hand, Sister Lerato, thank you for that. When I was young, right, I just used to take my little money, eat all of it on Monday. Then I work Tuesday, I work on food Tuesday, because there was no financial literacy. You work Tuesday through Friday because you bought 20 puff instead of 2 that it was sufficient.
And then you're left with nothing.
You pre-eat. That's a good one, sister. Thanks for sharing. But these young
telling
kids
you.
are something else.
I know. I mean, obviously. And then not only that, I mean, because when Sister Lorato talks of guilt spending, and then you feel that you are you are beholden to somebody to spend for whatever reason it is. I mean, that we do a lot, and it's something that is not discussed enough. So hopefully we take that into consideration when we make financial decisions. Yes, yes. So thank you again, Queen Lerato. Yes, Queen G, your hand is raised.
Well, hold on. Before, I would like to know the name of Queen G. What is her name?
Dean.
What did you say, please?
Dean.
Okay, could you please proceed? Thank you.
Dr. Ben, you
Yes,
can
I was
rename her,
not
maybe.
I was not able to unmute just now. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, please. Proceed, please. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes. This is a very good topic, and I wanted to look at it from the point of the institutions and the fact that institutions oftentimes use financial illiteracy as a stronghold over a group of people. And why I say that, even though we try to educate ourselves about being financially able, you will find that a lot of these institutions, whenever you go there, like you want to get a loan or something, they have very high interest rates, and they use it. What I'm trying to say, they weaponize this financial literacy against us, because going to school, you're not taught how to budget or anything to do with finances. And you go right through your education system, being educated on many topics, but not how. They will educate you on how to spend your money, how to buy stuff. So we are being treated on the commercial aspect of life, but we are not told how to hold our money and how to multiply our money. We are only given the idea of how to buy this and buy that. And if we don't have the basics, which is financial literacy, we don't really have a solid foundation to build on. So you find a lot of persons going through life, they're not able to budget well, save well. They don't know what areas to invest their money in, because like you said, a lot of people are relying on social media, and sometimes social media might not be portraying the right thing. But I'm just looking at it that institutions try to keep down persons because they're gatekeeping wealth as well. So a lot of the times when a few persons from among the less fortunate among us that don't know, because I wasn't given financial literacy in school and I went all the way to university. Can you imagine? No, I'm just looking at it that why would we not be taught this? So I'm looking at it from the other side of the coin, because we are on this side trying our very best to learn about it, know that our eyes are open. But I'm also looking at it from the other side. Why were we not taught this? And that leads me to the point that some persons want to keep a certain group down because they earn from us. So it is more profitable for them to keep us in the unknown, in the dark. So it's very important for us in our communities, those among us who have become financially literate, to try to teach those among us. Those discussions like this lends itself to awareness, which is very good. And we need to spread this awareness even more among our people, because we, not knowing what to do with our money, we cannot budget. If you don't know what to do, then there's nothing you can do, so to speak. So when I see people, young people squandering money and stuff, sometimes people might chastise them and say, oh, look at them buying a car, look at them buying clothes, and look at them, but I have pity on them, because I am looking at somebody who, had they known better, well, those are those who want to learn, though, but I know that if they at least know that this is the way to go, you save first before you spend. I see a lot of young people spend before they save. So a lot of the teaching we have to learn to help ourselves, help our brothers to see the right thing, and to push literacy in the schools from a very young age, like even middle school or below, because the earlier these children learn, they can radicalize society and become better citizens and save more and invest better. And even investments, we don't even know what to invest in. I basically have to be reading a lot of the investment articles nowadays to learn what the investment world is about. But if we have these things in the curriculum in the schools from a very early age, even now, it's never too late to change stuff. We can advocate for the schools to start teaching our young children. And like you said, if they won't do it in the homes. Try to learn for yourself and impart the information on our children so they can become better at this thing called, financial literacy than we had in our, unfortunate time.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. All what you have said reminds me of this quote that I learned as I myself am becoming more informed and, in my journey to financial literacy, that there is a quote, and I think it says, if you do not build your financial freedom, someone will hire you to build theirs.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
Wow.
yes, if you do not build your financial freedom,
Yes.
someone will hire you to build theirs. And
Yes.
how do they do it? You just heard about the institutions.
Yep.
The institutions are there. They have their function. Are you using the right ones to leverage them so that they would work to your favor and build and get yourself the financial freedom that you want?
Absolutely.
But how do you do that if you are not informed, if you don't seek for that knowledge, if you do not have the resource? So when you fail in that, then you become the other part of where you will be helping build someone else's financial freedom. How do we do it? By our daily job. You're exchanging your hours for payment.
Yep.
Every time you're exchanging your time for payment, and then you're losing sight of your own freedom and your own future.
Yes, very true. Very true, sister.
Yes, so that is what I wanted to add. I wanted to add to what our sister just said about the institutions. And again, we will explore deeper as we go into the series. So stay tuned to that. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh my God, it looks like Dr. Pat is here again.
I don't know whether I'm on fire because I myself need all of this, or I'm on fire because I see my brothers and sisters suffer because of lack of knowledge.
Yes.
You see, the old book did not say lack of finances, it's a lack of knowledge.
Yes.
It did not say my children suffer because of lack of wealth, right? It didn't say so. It's a lack of knowledge.
Yes.
Because knowledge itself is the wealth. It didn't say that they suffer because they lack money. It says lack of what? Knowledge. And our sister that just spoke, Queen Kanla, that you brought that quote, just said something, the institution, all those things, right? And yes, I know some states now in the US are trying to do financial literacy in high school, but everybody's not there yet. And I bet as we're going deeper, we've heard about Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We've heard about all those books, right? 7 Quadrants, all those things in the past. And I guess we'll hear it again because repetition too is the best teacher. But sister, I will just call it G because sorry, I didn't hear your name when you said it. The truth is that as we educate our children outside, I'm asking, I know we have the W's here, but what about the necessity against the wants? Is it necessary or is it a want?
Yes.
Let's go to cars. I see Sister Kanla say buy cars. I hope you could discuss the type of cars. There are different brand of cars. Some of them have done marketing campaign and put their name up there, right? Some not very much. Some are status a symbol in the society, some not very much, right?
Yes.
And I ask myself sometimes, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, please don't say, oh, I don't know, that's why I come to this to listen and learn as well. That before I say what I wanted to say, somebody has said one time that if they are selling a Jaguar, for example, for 10K and a Toyota for 20K, a lot of people will not buy that Jaguar because they think that is fraud, because Jaguar are not meant to be cheaper than Toyota, right? So they better rather buy the Toyota at that point because they're thinking that Jaguar is fraud. So the point I'm making is that we have to start making research. There's some newer companies coming out there with good product because their names are not yet known. Their products are cheaper, right?
Yes.
Is it reliable? Can it take us from point A to B? So instead of buying something we can afford, is within our means. Yes, Queen G, you're right there. We'll go and do what? Take loans. The institution will give us the loan all the time because we're paying back with interest. And we'll go and buy a higher levels to be part of the Joneses, right? And we're struggling to pay because we want to be part of the Joneses, instead of thinking that what did I need this car from to go to work? So do I need to go and buy something because I want to be part of the Jones and I'm struggling and all my income is going to pay the car that's supposed to go and make money for me? Or should I buy a reliable vehicle, safe and reliable, that would take me to work cheaper and I'll still have some means? And if we go with that mentality of saving first before spending, you start by giving God his own from the source. Once we tithe, we say, okay, this is what is left. We decide what percentage we want to save. We say, okay, this is what is left. And we should budget on that part. That is very important. I am not doing it, oh, please don't say, oh, this woman must really have some savings. I am not. It's throughout the teaching here, right? That we're saying that, well, we know that life is spiritual. We always talk about us Christians. If we start, the first fruits will go to our Lord. Okay, this is not mine, out of my budget. All right, I want to keep 5%, decide a percentage of yourself for my rainy days out of my budget. All right, this is really what I have to work with. If we discipline ourselves to start doing that, then we see that that's how we can build our wealth. So this education here is another way that we can build that wealth if we practice some of these principles. I'm not doing it yet, don't get me wrong. I'm trying, I'm not there yet. I'm trying to say, oh, anyway, I'm not doing the savings part yet. So the part I'm trying, and I think I'm getting 90% there, not 100, is giving what belongs to the Lord first. I don't use that as part of my budgeting. I'm trying to do that. Not 100%, but I think I'm 90% there. The next phase for me is to start. I tried at one point to make sure that I have at least 6 months of my income in liquid cash. That was emergency funds. I tried. So I said I tried, right? Yeah, we have to try it. Discipline sometimes. But this conversation is, we shouldn't take it for lightly. Because I've seen situation that somebody has worked in a good paying job for all their life, and they retired. I'm almost close to that. God, it will not be my portion. And they retired and they could not even afford an aspirin.
Yes.
Because we were not educated. And Sister Lerato said something that is very prudent. We're not saying you shouldn't give. She's telling the children, yes, I'm not saying you shouldn't give your friends, but let it be part of your budget for that time.
Correct.
Don't spend ahead of time because you want to take care of your friends. Some of us have done that. Yes, God says we should give, don't be a foolish giver. We have done that. We have carried, maybe carry our family, carry our community, carry everybody on our head, and carry it in the foolish way. That is not good stewardship.
No.
We think that is good stewardship. Is not. Yes, I know God says we shouldn't worry about tomorrow. Don't get me started. But we have to read the Bible in complete content. Some of us don't. We just say, oh, but God says I shouldn't worry about tomorrow. This person is suffering. Why not? Give everything tomorrow, take care of himself. True. But are we applying that scripture in content? Are we applying with the other scriptures? So you should be good steward to what I give you. Are we putting the whole total package in this financial literacy? So this is good conversation. I can't wait. I'm already excited to go deep dive in the series. I'm excited already to remind myself, because when we're doing it, I think I got better and I forgot it because it's been a while that we have not touched this, and I've gone back to my bad habits. But this is very important. I gave my daughter's budget for a month, and they always break through that budget. I said, this is not that you should use it. This is emergency. God help us with this young generation, Gen Z. They say, my mom, I said, no. What was the emergency? They can't tell me. So everything for them is emergency, okay? Everything for them. This new generation. So let's keep doing this, keep educating, keep having this conversation with us that are 45 of us. If we have community, we have friends, we have sisters, let's take this conversation back to them. And hopefully they'll take it back to another person. And this can be a chain reaction. We are struggling, waiting for the institution, waiting for the schools. If they're not doing it yet, let's start.
Yes.
Let's start doing it. Let's start talking. Let's start saying that, hey, let's call each other. Seriously. It could be hard, but hey, Sister Kanla come for me. I say, okay, Sister Kanla, yes, but how have you been managing your finances? I mean, maybe we should start asking this question. How did you find yourself in this situation? Things happen. Okay, how can we do better next time? Maybe we should start having these conversations. We don't. I'm finding myself in trouble. I do too find myself in trouble because I'm not having this conversation with anybody. That's how we can spread the word, Queen G. Let's start having the conversation among us, among our community. At one point, Dr. John did a series of credit card with the young kids. I don't know, it looked like he's supposed to have done it with our teenage and young adult Gen Z children in the community. And they were engaged. I don't know what happened. I don't know how many series he did. Just understanding the credit card. Like for me, I use credit card because I don't want to use cash. But it might not work for some people. And that for you, maybe cash will work for you, because if you go to the store alone with $5, you will not spend more than $5 like if you don't have it. So that type of conversation, what method work for you? For me, the credit card helped me because I could see all what I spent in the month. Oh, no, I've gone above because it was one place. But for some people, it will not work because the limit is there, right? You just swipe, you're not thinking. So don't use that method. Maybe you do cash method. Maybe say, I'm going to the store with $10 and you will not spend more than $10 because you don't have more than $10. Find what works for you and apply it in the situation. Life happens, things, what they pay us is not enough, I know, because there's so many things, but let's ask for discernment. Is this really a necessity or just a nice to have?
Yeah.
If it's a nice to have, you don't have money, don't have it. If it's a necessity, okay, if this short-term, long-term, how do I plan to get it? If it's a nice to have and you don't have the money, you're going to take loan to buy a nice to have, do not do it. It's not worth the trouble.
Oh,
Be contented with yourself. Life is not a sprint. It's a marathon with yourself. Do not compare with everybody. It's not comparison. Everybody knows where the shoes pinches. Don't see that. I see celebrate your sisters. I want you to be celebrated. I see my sister Yvonne buy a 7-bedroom house. I say, how did she do? How will get a 7-bedroom house? Come rain, come shine. I'll get it. You cannot even sleep in a 7-bedroom house. Because now you have to look for 10 jobs.
That's not my style. That is not my style. So you're not going to see that.
I'll just give an example. Right?
I know.
oh my goodness.
And we do that. We do that. Now
Yes.
you cannot even have time to sleep in that bed because
Mm-mm.
Sister, I better let you go because I know you have a
Oh,
lot.
I know.
I'm
Oh my
not
God.
going to do that because
Queen
it's not
Yvonne,
necessary.
Queen Yvonne, before you go, I mean,
Yes, yeah.
Dr. P, let me just put this in. You just said something and it triggered a memory to me where we also have the saying that goes, yes, you can have all the money in the world. You can be the richest man in the world, but how many homes can you own? You can own 5, 10, 20, right? But you
Yeah.
can only stay in one home.
You can only
And
drive
you
one
can
car.
only stay
I
in
was going
one
to go to
home.
that. You can only drive one car at a time.
You can only drive one car, and you can only drive that one car at a particular moment. You can only eat a little portion of food at that particular moment, no matter how much food you accumulate or you save. In the house, you have only one bedroom,
Queen
and you can
Carla,
only sleep
Queen,
in that bedroom.
Queen
You
Carla,
have
don't do
one bed, and you can only sleep in that little tiny space on the bed. You
No, Queen
cannot
Carla, I'll
sleep
be
on the
rolling all
entire
over the
bed.
10 beds all night. I would chain my cars together and drive them.
I mean, so so we begin to see the psychology. We begin to see the part where whether it's you are uninformed or whether you are intentionally doing what you're doing, but then at the end of the day, it's not healthy. At the end of the day, what are you doing? Who are you doing it for? Why?
Yes.
Who are you helping when you do
Yeah,
that?
when Queen Evan goes, let Dr.
All
B,
right, Queen
you
Queen
can take it
Even.
for
So
open
I just
discussion.
I just wanted to say that Dr. Pat, you just triggered
Yeah, I
me. Yes.
know. I was going to tell you I change my 10 cars and drive them. So go ahead, Queen Evan.
To your point, ladies, the both of you talking there, another saying is that what gets measured gets managed. And I think that's what it is. We don't measure the finances, right? We just think it's just in and out, in and out. And also, people who do that kind of foolishness with these extravagant purchases, that it's psychological as and it's spiritual too, as what Queen Kanla is saying. It's to fill another kind of need that no amount of material things will fill, obviously. But that is how they chose to do that. When you are on purpose and you have a purpose, every penny that you have is spoken for because it's directed towards something higher than yourself. It's talking about, like what Sister Patience said, you give your first bits to the Lord, not because he needs it, but because that is what is commanded of us, because you're building his kingdom. And his kingdom is on earth built with finances. It's built with material stuff. You need stuff to go and help others because he says, you can't have stuff and see your brother or your sister in need and say, go forth and be warmed and whatever, and don't help them materially. Materially, you have to help with what you have. So the way I look at it, when you have a purpose for this finances that you have, then you can't afford to squander it because you're letting him down. So that's how I look at that. But truly, to Queen G's point about the institutions and how they lock us in, but we're giving them the benefit of the doubt by saying it's not accidental. It's not, because again, I'm going back to the push to giving our young people credit cards on the high school and universities without them having any financial training. The interest alone is going to get them in trouble before they even leave school.
Yeah.
That's a big problem. And I really don't know how we can get this knowledge that Queen Kanla and Dr. Ajongwen is coming with here. How can we, because that's still happening. And it's only going to get worse because with AI and ChatGPT and everything is so in your face, right?
Yes.
It's so easy to pull out that card and sometimes these young people, Gen Z and Gen Alphas or whatever, they don't even know what they've purchased. They don't remember that they've purchased it. And the
No.
credit card is maxed and they're coming after the parents because some of the times the parents are the ones, or the adults in the lives are the ones who signed for these cards. So it can become a mess among other things that are messes out there. So never mind long-term and short-term financial planning. That is like not on the board at all. It's now. I call this a culture of immediacy. You have to have everything now or else you're going to die. I'm just being sarcastic, of course. You're not going to die because we have way more than we need and access to even more. So this is a wonderful topic and we are going to look at it forever, I think. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Yvonne. And truly, that is right. We are going to really, we will have the topic for a long time to come.
Absolutely.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
will continue. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Do we have any other?
Queen Benny.
Oh, our first lady.
So Queen
Yes.
Benny, if you can run the discussion now and see whether there's anything.
Yes.
And if not, then hey, we can close. Queen Benny.
Well, first this topic, I think we need more and more every Sunday, because it's really, I love the topic. And when it comes to giving money or credit cards to your children, I will not do that. I will not sign for any credit card. I wouldn't do that. I can only pay your school fees for some time, but after your bachelor's degree, you need to proceed with your money. And if you want to further education, pay it yourself. Why do you want to spoil your children? It is stated in the Bible that when you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And the Benny will never spoil any child. I don't spare rods at all. Well, I know it's Queen Dr. Pat, your excitement is too much with this topic. Queen Yvonne Finn and our Dr. John. I just want to appreciate each and everyone with this, by helping us, making everybody to, you are motivating people when it comes to money, finance. People who are, let me say, if you're working, I just want to let everybody knows when you're working, I believe you need to be saving some dollars somewhere, because I don't expect you to squander everything. It does not make sense. When you squander, and then you'll be going out there and begging money on the street. Now, when you start begging money, now I give you $1 or I give you 50 cents, then you get angry. Remember, America is a land of opportunity. When you come to this country, you work hard and take care of yourself and learn how to manage. Somebody talk about school fees. Like the school loan. I believe Queen G said that, right? You are 100% correct with this school loan, because they have eaten a lot of my money. I'm crying.
Dr. Benny, you're not alone.
I'm crying, but the good thing is that we graduated, right? When we took the school loan. A lot of people took the school loan, but they did not graduate. So I don't mind paying the money bit by bit. You understand?
Yes.
But I'm going to stop here because the time is running. And I will hand it over to my Queen Kanla. Thank you so much.
Wow, D. Benny. You nailed it, Queen Sister. Thank you so much for your contribution. You are absolutely right. Trust me. I am also in that pot. When I turn and I look at my student loan, I just keep on praying to God, help me. I'm going to get through it. So yes. And as we will take more on the different topics when it comes to debt management and I think, college planning, we will go deeper into that conversation, into the different ways how to leverage the information that is out there, how to leverage the resources, the organizations, the companies that will be out there that you can work with, that will be able to, help you with this in the process. So thank you so much. Stay tuned to that. Dr. Pat, all right. I see your hand raised again.
Queen Bernice, I'm too excited for this topic, so I don't know.
You just proved her. Please proceed, sister.
Anyway, now, for those in North America with credit card, Dr. Benny said something, I'll not give credit card to my kids.
Yes.
I hear you, my sister. And I was in the same mindset as well. But I changed my mind. Do you know why I did? Because they are going to go out there and they're going to get credit card. So what I did, I put them on my credit card with a restricted amount that they cannot spend more than that amount. So a text will come to me. This person has reached their spending limit for the what is it called? For the period. You have to extend. I said, no, I'm not extending it. So sometimes you see they reject $2.50. They try to buy something at $2.60. I said decline. So I put it and I told the credit card company that this is the fixed limit for them. The whole idea was to get them to start disciplining them. Because when they go out there and they're on their own, they have that discipline. So basically, I've taken the allowance and given them a credit card, blocking that allowance that is for them. I remember the credit card company one time called me, oh, if you don't, I said, I'm not going to expand it. And make sure it is declined when they get to their limit.
Yes.
So now they have learned that, I say, and I told all of them to log in, because they can log in and just see their own portion of the credit card. And they can see where they've spent so far in that credit card cycle. And they know that if it's not necessary, they wait until the next cycle is coming.
Yes.
Because remember, you actually have a month to pay your credit card. So I'm trying to teach them that. So you know what your paycheck is, you know what your money is, you know that you have to pay your credit card in full when it's due. That way now you are getting the advantage that you are keeping your money in the bank for a month before paying. So you're spending a month, almost spending a month and a half. But you have to be very smart about it. So I'm trying to teach them, because one day they'll go out there and they'll get credit card and they'll still be burnt because they will not know how to use it. So if you put it under your hospital, you are in control to teach them that discipline. But unfortunately, we're in a society that you have to show that you can pay debt for them to.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
that's the truth.
Yes.
I know if I have my way, I will not take any loan, but I cannot buy a house with the money I have to take a house to be paying little by little, right?
Right.
So
yes.
I will not get a house loan if I don't show that I can. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes.
Remember,
Absolutely.
all that move from England to here was the craziest thing I had to learn. They had to go and take something, pay so that I can pay before they can give me.
Correct.
It does not make sense, but that's where we are. And again, is that institution holding us? That's the truth. As Queen Yvonne says, it's intentional what they're doing.
It is. Absolutely. Yes.
It's intentional, but now you have to be smart.
Yes. Use the system. Use the system.
I think that's one thing I can say, that me too, I'm enjoying the system. I've not paid a single interest in credit card, because I pay my credit card all on time.
Good
and
for
I
you.
use it ahead of time.
Yes. Good. Yes, my sister. There you go. That's how you do it.
I understood it so fast. I had to teach even my husband credit card what it means.
Yes.
But there's a window between when we have to have a whole series on credit card if people want to know that.
Of course. Yeah, we will. It's part of
there's a window between
management.
Credit card payment. Okay, for example, my cycle of the month is the 13th to the 13th. Okay.
Yeah.
My due date to pay my credit card is the 8th of the month. So between the 8th and the 13th,
you paid.
I try not to spend if I don't have to.
Right.
Because anything I spend after the 13th, I'll pay in 2 months' time.
Will be a carryover. Yes.
We carry over 2 months, not one.
Yep. That's how they get you. Sorry.
That way you have to understand, and I think one of them should be credit card, how to understand your statement.
Yes.
Do not stay on minimum payment. That's crazy. But yes, we should do that. Take credit card, talk about it. I think Dr. John should put that and teach people.
Don't just pay the minimum.
If you have to use credit card, how do you use it wisely?
Yeah.
I have one store card called Coast. I had been, they call me a VMP member.
Yes.
So because I'm a VMP member, as long as I pay a third of my bill,
Uh-huh.
I have interest free.
Mhm.
Right.
So if I'm really desperate to buy some things, like some things that they sell,
Yes.
I'll go and get in course because I can take 4 months to pay that thing
Ah,
with
okay.
no interest on it. So
Good.
understand the institution as well. And use
Correct.
them. Because why are they doing that? They're hoping that you fail and they
Of
take their
course.
interest.
Of course.
Yes.
Because they're hoping that you'll not make the payment so they can charge you the
Yes.
interest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
I decided one time to clean my son's credit card mess. He had a game card. He was young and I did not know when I took this game card from the game store, boys to be buying game. So when I came across it, I said, okay, I'm going to clear this up for you. So I paid but he has not been paying in full, means he had interest. Can you believe they're doing compounding interest? I did crazy things. They pay interest upon the interest. So you don't pay they put that interest become your capital.
Correct.
The next month they
Yep.
calculate interest. So the interest was compounded.
That is
When
that
I
is
saw him,
that
he
is
was
how you
shocked.
end up ending with a
He was
percent
shocked
with
that
an
he borrowed
interest.
$200 and his
Yeah.
balance now was for a short time was what, like $1,000. So I cleared it up. Then the next month the bill comes, he has $12. That's when I realized that was the interest I was billing. So I had to make a phone call to say, what is the balance as of this time I'm talking to you right now? And I paid. That's how we could clear that thing. If not, that once you start in that interest cycle, trust me, it's hard for you to get off it if you don't understand the credit card system. The institutions are out to make money.
Correct.
Banks are out to make money. If you have money going into your account and money coming out of your account, which one do they do first?
Who?
Who knows? Let me say you're paying a check in your account.
Let me leave it for somebody else to say.
You're paying a check into your account and you are paying a bill out of your account. Which one do you think the bank process first?
Let me leave it for someone else to answer.
Of course they do the bill first, right? Don't they?
Yes. Sister Yvonne, you know
Exactly.
why? Because they're hoping that if they do the bill first, you might go on overdraft, then they charge
Correct.
you.
Yes, of course.
Correct.
I know. Yeah, I
So
know
I hope
that.
everybody knows that. They do the
Correct.
bills first. So
Correct.
anyway, thank you all. It's very interesting conversation.
Absolutely.
As we're going deep dive, we'll go into this because you will thinking that, but I just paid a check. How come you charging me overdraft? No. They take the bill first, and if there's an overdraft, they charge you that. Then they pay the money, so they make money. They're out to make money.
Oh, yes.
They're out to make
It's
money.
this.
It's
But they're all
intentional.
businesses, so right? So you can't blame them. So we have to get wise, just like what we've been saying here. We need
Yes.
this information. So we
Yeah.
operate because it says, what does it say in the Bible about the children of this world are, right? They're wiser than the children of it shouldn't be like that,
No.
but
If
that's how
there's
it
no
is.
more
Yeah.
to it look like there's nothing in the chat that Queen Yvonne
No, there's nothing in the chat. No.
and
Thank
Queen
you.
Benny. It looked like we don't have anything. If Sister Lerato is here, please just give us a one statement take home, and Queen Kanla.
Oh,
Just
wait,
to okay, go
Queen,
ahead.
you know that we're supposed to talk about updates, right? I
Yeah,
know.
update is OES. That's what we say. Update is OES or your OVS. That's why updates are. If you are in Victory Ash, check your update there. OES, check your O news, check your OV news, because that is the ultimate update. Because now we're trying to push people in the habit for them to log into the account and follow the updates.
Right.
We're really trying to push people to be engaged. We're not going to spoon feed people on update, except something really comes up pressing. We'll say it there. If it's something that you can read in your OES or your OV, I think something OV news, please log in your account and read your own news.
Yes.
Whatever news is in your back office, please.
And for those of us who can log into the other website, Victory with
read all
Ash.
your news
Victory
where
with Ash.
Yeah.
yes, read your news where you have accounts, please.
Yes.
We're going to push people to start being responsible. I think
right.
the mistake we've done, we've spoon-fed people, and people don't even know their password.
Yeah.
really want to encourage you. And if you have read anything, the old news that you think you need discussion, okay, we can do that. But for updates, there's really nothing that. You remember when we used to have the updates that's really crucial that you have to migrate? Yeah, we'll do that check. Have you migrated? Have you done this?
Yeah.
Everything that's in the update now, I think is self-explanatory in their own news. So I think that we'll just let people to read their own news.
Okay.
Okay,
No problem.
B, are you okay with that, or was there anything?
No. I am okay. They have to learn in the first place.
Because really, we don't want people to get lost completely. But if there's any pressing thing that you have found in old news or somewhere I want us to discuss, we're not saying that we'll let you by yourself, but we're just saying that we have said in this platform all the time that the truth is in the back office. So let's keep it going there.
Okay. No problem.
If question comes, we'll answer, Dr. B.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's okay.
Because in those days, we used to do product training and so on. We don't have that now. So we just go with the flow and let people read their own news.
Okay. That is fine. So.
Anything else?
No, just want to allow Queen Lerato.
Yeah, so allow the two presenters
to give us our closing remarks if she's available.
Correct. Thank you. Queen Sister Lerato, are you available, or the Queen Kanla, do you want to go ahead first? Okay, Queen Lerato is there. Let us start. Okay, go ahead, sis. Just hit it for us to take it and savor it throughout the week, because I think we had a lot of discussion. Just that one stay, no discussion after this. Just stay in our head.
Yes, sis. I mean, same thing. Let's review our year, check our belief systems, correct those that need correcting. Every day is a chance to reset. When you know that you've deviated from your original plan, you were not, following through with your mental, your spiritual, and physical goals, because we have to set goals for ourselves and really be diligent and really be intentional about how we think, how we nourish our bodies, everything. You can always reset. A new day is a new opportunity. Nothing is lost. It's a new opportunity. We can reset, and so that we can stay on course, and then we finish strong together. So let's do that. And also honesty. We have to be honest with ourselves in moments when we didn't, follow through, or we fell short. We have to admit it to ourselves, take it with a stride, and make the right, to correct our course. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Thank you, sis.
Thank you. I really needed that. Okay, don't be like Queen Patience here. I want to lose weight. I sit on my bed, lie down, play the exercise videos, watch it, and expect the miracle. Be intentional about it. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell myself the truth now, because this is not a lie. I'm just telling you, don't be like me. I'm like, oh God, you do this for me. All this word will come down in Jesus' name. Hallelujah. Amen. I sit in my couch, I put a video and I'm watching it instead of doing the exercise with it. It
Sometimes
doesn't work
I do
that way, people. You have to be intentional. Thank you, sis.
Thank
you. Reset and refocus. What do you think, Kanla? Oh, you need help. I need help.
Thank you so much.
They say confession is good for the soul. So okay, go ahead.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Queen Dr. Pat. To add to that, I mean, it's true. Let us also take this as that one other aspect of our life that we will continue to do self-reflection as we come to the end of the year, and as we come to the start of the new year, we will continue in having this kitchen table conversations, because I mean, all what we are trying to do is, we know the institutions are there. Like we saw the sources, the government institution, the private, the non-for-profit, the informal, they are there. How do we leverage them to work for you and not them taking away from you. We know that they will not teach this information in the classrooms. The organizations, they have defined blueprint in little tiny writings that you don't even know where to find them. So this is going to be an opportunity for us to bring it to our own kitchen table. When we put it here in our own kitchen table, this is our home, this is our table. We talk, and then you can take it from here to your own kitchen table, your home, your loved ones, your community. And in that way, we begin this conversation, this process to be able to, bring everyone to the table, be able to have these conversations and make that life transforming decisions again. And let us remember that if you do not make them for yourself, someone will help make them for you. If you do not build that financial freedom for you, someone will hire you to build their financial freedom. So thank you for listening. And I look forward as we expand on this topic. Again, the topics that will be coming, we will expand to include a lifetime income, protecting your income, long-term care, life insurance, estate planning, college funding planning, business opportunities. We will cover all of these aspects in the series that will come. And I will be doing this with Dr. John, but at the same time, I also want to acknowledge our other leaders that have done other presentations on financial analysis. I think Queen Aisha has also been instrumental in gifting us with knowledge as well. So thank you all, and stay tuned and look forward to our next kitchen table chat.
Thank you, Queen Kanla. Thank you, Sister Queen Lerato. As we know, keep engaged. The year is coming to an end. This is season of high expectation. Just surrender everything to God and trust that everything will be okay. Just have your contented spirit, be contented what you have, and trust that God will provide what you need. And to keep your mind going, join our other sister platform. Not that the other platforms you shouldn't go to. I'm just saying because the mind is a very, very powerful tool. I call it a tool because this mind can be very tricky. And I know this platform always try to feed our minds. Join Mindset Monday, Queen Miriam, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Deep Dive Global Changing Life Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The duos live on Wednesday. Which other day is live?
Wednesday and Friday it's live.
Wednesday and Friday is live, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join the Yvonne Duo. They have a lot of things that can, maybe you're looking for somewhere to just say, God, where can I help? Join them, please. You'll find something. And I think our sisters in Singapore, Passion, 8 a.m. now? I keep forgetting. I think they're back in 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join them on Thursday. And we are back here on Sunday, 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. But what you will realize that the Dream Team coordinators have tapped themselves on the back, and we have decided that there will be a couple of Sundays between now and the year end that will be off to celebrate with our families. We missed the Canadian weekend. Sorry for our Canadian sisters and brothers. We missed that one. We thought about it. We've missed Canadian Thanksgiving. We're going to get the weekend off for American Thanksgiving, and we're going to get the weekend off for Christmas, and we're going to get the weekend off that is getting us into the new year that we're going to, there's a crossover. Let's spend time with our family after 5 years of not taking a single Friday off. Weekend off. This year we've been taking some. We did some for wedding of the family. So that you will know, but next week will be here. The topic will be announced. And then the week after that is Thanksgiving. There will be no meeting. And then we'll let you know when in December there will be no meeting. So happy holidays to everybody. And see you all next Sunday and we can all unmute ourselves and just say, I was going to ask Sister Lerato, it's too late, whether I can play her song, whether it's copyrighted, because I wanted to play.
No,
not the In It to Win It. It was going to be
In It to Win It.
It was going to be unconventional. I don't know. Sis, is that song copyrighted? We need a revival.
Bye, everybody.
I don't know whether it's copyrighted. I'll find out.
Bye.
It's not copyrighted.
Bye, everybody.
We'll have to say that.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Nancy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, sugar.
Thank you
Bye,
for being
sugar.
here today.
Dr. Nadu. King Segon.
Bye, everybody.
Love you
King
all.
Pastor
Bye,
Segon.
everybody. Have a great rest
Love
of the
you
day.
guys,
Thank you.
Brother Naga.
Bye. Love everyone.
Hey, Brother Naga.
Bye.
Brother Naga, thank you. Good to seeing you. Happy Sunday.
Have a blessed
Bye,
week.
Naga.
Have a great week ahead, everybody.
Mackenzie.
Happy week.
Happy
Queen
Sunday.
Janet.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Queen Ruth.
Oh,
See you
Queen
on
Ruth.
next time. Love
Happy
you.
Sunday.
Brother Shaggy. Brother
Love
Shaggy,
you
always
too.
present.
Brother Naga.
Oh, Brother
Peter.
Brother Shaggy is in.
Yes,
Brother
he's
Shaggy,
in with his
I beg join
Bible.
the next. I beg join the next lingo. I beg.
All
We're
right.
for talk.
All right.
All right, then. Dream Team Coordinator.
Sister Kanla, my
Brother
apology.
King. Bye-bye.
Dream
Bye-bye.
Team Coordinator.
All right.
Check
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
Bye,
Brother
Dream
everybody.
Team
Shaggy.
Have a great
Coordinator.
Okay.
Check
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
the
Thank
chat.
you, Queen Benny. Thank you for your support.
Okay,
Thank you.
Dream
Thank
Team
you.
Coordinator.
Yes,
Check the
yes.
chat and let's join
Thank
the other meeting.
you.
Love you.
Bye,
Love
everyone.
you.
Queen
Bye.
Dream Team
Dr. Nadu,
Coordinator,
love
Brother
you.
Shaggy.
Love
Join the other
you.
meeting, please. Bye,
Everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.